This is a tapping meditation for anyone who may have struggled with in the past or who could be currently struggling with tapping into their sensuality, okay? If you've ever struggled with expressing your sensual self and really connecting with that part of yourself, okay? If you've ever struggled with suppressing your sensuality, then this would be a great tapping meditation for you to tune into, okay? What we'll be doing is we'll be tapping into self-acceptance, we'll be tapping into liberation, we'll be tapping into freedom. So if you're in that space, if you know that energetically that's something that you're needing to let go of, is suppressing your sensuality, then welcome. This is definitely for you, okay? If you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Macy LaShawn Sledge, and I'm just here to reflect back to you the truth of who you are. I'm here to empower, encourage, and uplift everyone who tunes into what it is that I'm offering. So I'm grateful to you for being here, for receiving, and for tuning in. So the way that it works whenever I offer a tapping meditation, I always start with tarot so that we can kind of see what wants to come through regarding the subject that we're dealing with, right? So we're tapping into self-acceptance, we're tapping into our sensuality, we're letting go of any belief systems, programs, ideas, or thoughts that have been causing us to suppress our sensuality, that have been causing us to live in denial whenever it comes to our sensual selves. So get out your journal, take some notes, because what could come through could be for you. It could be exactly what it is that you need. So let's be intentional in hearing and in listening and receiving, all right? So the first card that I have here is partnerships and alliances. Partnerships and alliances, okay? And so with that, when we're talking about sensuality, whenever it comes to partnerships and alliances, okay, because what I'm seeing, because I always ask Spirit, what's on the other side, right? We're doing this work. We're unearthing some of this stuff that's been living within our bodies. So what's on the other side of the unearthing? What's on the other side of doing the work, okay? And Spirit is showing me that some of us who are tuning into this meditation could possibly be coming into a space to where we are being presented with the opportunity to experience new partnerships and new alliances, okay? Whether it's romantic, platonic, business relationships, business partnerships, many of us could be coming into this space. I feel like this will have a lot to do with romantic partnerships, romantic relationships, but you take it in the way that it resonates with and for you, okay? So what's on the other side is partnerships, alliances, romantic, platonic, business, as I've stated, okay? And so whenever it comes to our sensual selves, right? Embracing our sensuality means that we're embracing vulnerability. It means that we're embracing openness, okay? It means that we embrace this idea of being seen. So if you've ever struggled in your partnerships, in your relationships, okay, it could possibly be because you were so afraid of being seen, right? You were so used to suppressing your sensuality. You were so used to suppressing this aspect of yourself that being seen by another person frightened you, scared you, okay? And so Spirit wants you to hear that in order for you to experience these partnerships and alliances, and in order for them to thrive, you have to let go of this fear of being seen, okay? Because what happens is you are denying your whole self, okay? Your sensuality is a part of the whole, okay? It's a part of who you are as a whole. And so when you deny that aspect of yourself, you deny being seen. First of all, you deny being seen by yourself. And if you aren't seeing yourself, then it will be hard for you to step into a relationship, into a partnership with someone and be seen by them, okay? So you have to open yourself up to who you are, to the fullness of who you are, so that you can see yourself, so that someone else can really see, so that other people can also see the most authentic version of you as well, right? Because if you aren't accepting, honoring your authentic self, then you miss out on an opportunity to share your authentic self with other people. Okay, and so in these new relationships and partnerships that you're stepping into, Spirit is just reminding you through this oracle card that it's important for you to open up to the fullness of who you are, so that the new relationships, so that the new partnerships can truly thrive. Okay, yeah. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords. So what we're working with, obviously, okay, when we're talking about sensuality, when we're talking about even sexuality, okay, and being vulnerable and being open within these relationships, within partnerships, right? We're looking at fear. Okay, we're looking at fear. We're looking at, this is a deep-seated fear, and I feel that it's living like in the root chakra and the solar plexus area, or the sacral area. And so you could have a fear around being vulnerable, around, like I was saying, you could have this deep fear around being seen by other people, okay? And it's based off of past experiences. And so Spirit is saying that you're allowing these past experiences to control the present moment for you. You're allowing these past experiences to control the present moment for you. Okay? You're allowing these past experiences to keep you rooted in fear, which is causing you to sabotage relationships, which is causing you to deny yourself the joy of being in relationships and partnerships that have the ability or the possibility or the ability to thrive. Okay, and so Spirit is saying you really have to move past this fear. You really have to let go of the stories that you've been holding on to about people in general, right? Because I feel like when you look at people, you have this idea in your mind or in your subconscious mind that all people are bad. Like you've taken past experiences that you've had with other people, and you've decided to use that experience to define all people. And so that kind of keeps you in this space of loneliness, right? And so Spirit is asking you to move through that, because Spirit wants to bring people into your life that reflect back to you the truth of who you are, that reflect your light back to you, okay? And then we have the Hermit, okay? The Hermit. So you could be being called into, whenever it comes to connecting with your sensuality, or tapping into your sensuality, Spirit is saying that going into a quiet space, right? We have the Hermit, so going into a quiet space could be beneficial for you right now, so that you can do some shadow work, so that you can really let go of the belief systems and the narratives that have been keeping you in this space of suppressing your creative self, right? Your sensuality is connected. Your creative, that's where your creativity comes from, is from this sensual, sexual, flowy energy, right? And so Spirit is saying you may be needing to do some shadow work. You may need to do some shadow work so that you can look closely at where these belief systems are coming from, okay? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? The Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is indicating that there's change, okay? That it's time for change, okay? It's time for you, and you're at the center of it, okay? You're at the center of the change. You're at the center of it, okay? And so you're at the center of the change. And so what that means for you is that you have to make a decision. You have to decide, do I want to experience relationships, partnerships that are meant to thrive, that are meant to reflect back to me the truth of who I am? Or do I want to continue to live in this illusion of fear? Do I want to continue to allow this illusion of fear to control me? Do I want to continue to allow this illusion of fear to sabotage to sabotage the relationships that I find myself getting in, okay? Do I want to continue to allow this illusion of fear to blind me? Because that's what it is speaking to also. It's speaking to the fact that you've been blinded, okay? And so Spirit is inviting you into a joyful place, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune, Spirit is inviting you into a joyful place, okay? But in order for you to step into that place, Spirit wants you to see that you're at the center of change. You're at the center of the change, okay? The change depends on you. So let's pull a clarifying card. And the clarifying card is the Four of Wands. And I just love it. I just love it. Look at that. I just love it. Community. What did we have? We had partnerships and alliances, and then we pulled the Four of Wands. Community. You're meant to thrive in community. You're meant to connect with other people. You're meant to be seen by other people, okay? Because you have your light. Look at how they're all sharing their lights together, and it's beaming brightly. Okay, you have a light within you that is meant to be seen, that is meant to be shared, okay? You have a light within you that is meant to create change in your life and in the world, okay? And if you're hiding, and the Hermit may even be speaking to the fact that you've been hiding yourself. The Hermit, yeah, let's back up. The Hermit may not even be present because it's asking you to step back. You may be needing to do some shadow work, yes, but also you may have been hiding in the shadows because you've been suppressing yourself. And so the Hermit could be speaking to this idea that it's time for you to step out. It's time for change. And the reason why it's time for you to step out is because there is this community. There are people, partnerships, alliances that are waiting for you to step out. Okay? So that's beautiful. Letting go of the illusion of fear. So we're going to go ahead and move into the tapping portion of this meditation. Okay? So I want to invite you to just place one hand on your heart space. And you're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale the breath out through your mouth. Deep breath in. And exhale the breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale it out, and one more deep breath in, and exhale it out. Okay. So with the tapping, we utilize affirmations. If you're new, if this is your first time, then we utilize affirmations. The affirmations can be found in the description box. So if you want to pause the video, write down the affirmations so you have them in front of you, I would invite you to do that. Okay, so the first affirmation, we tap with a long affirmation first, and then we use a shortened version of that affirmation at the other points on the body. Okay, so we're going to start by tapping at the side of our hand, and then just watch me. I'll guide you to the other points. Okay, I'm going to tell you first what the first affirmation is, and it says, even though I believed that expressing my sensual self was a sin, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. And we'll repeat that 3 times while tapping at the side of our hand. And then the shortened version of that says, I suppressed my sensuality. And then I'll lead you to the points where we'll say that shortened version of the affirmation. So go ahead and tap at the side of your hand. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the breath out. And we'll repeat. Even though I believed that expressing my sensual self was a sin, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I believed that expressing my sensual self was a sin, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I believed that expressing my sensual self was a sin, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. And then you'll go to your eyebrow point, so right in here, and you'll repeat, I suppressed my sensuality. Outside of your eye, I suppressed my sensuality. Under your eye, I suppressed my sensuality. Your nose, I suppressed my sensuality. Your chin, I suppressed my sensuality. Your collarbone, I suppressed my sensuality. Under your arm, I suppressed my sensuality. Top of your head, I suppressed my sensuality. And then release your hand down. Take a deep breath in and blow the breath out. And I want you to just notice and observe where in your body this resonates with you. Notice where in your body you may feel energy waking up. I can feel it in my ankles and in my feet, okay? Taking a couple of more deep breaths on your own. And I also want to mention, when looking at the word sin, okay, we want to think of that as also meaning, that expressing my sensual self was wrong, right? That expressing my sensual self was not the thing that you were supposed to be doing, right? So if the word sin doesn't resonate with you, then you can add a different word in there. You could just say that expressing my sensual self was wrong. Okay, but it's just emphasizing the idea that you were taught to hide that part of yourself, to deny that part of yourself, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back to the side of our hand, and we're going to move through this long affirmation, this first affirmation, one more time. So we'll repeat 3 times. Even though I believed that expressing my sensual self was a sin, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I believed that expressing my sensual self was a sin, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though I believed that expressing my sensual self was a sin, I still deeply and profoundly love myself. And then you'll go to your eyebrow point and you'll repeat, I suppressed my sensuality. Outside of your eye, I suppressed my sensuality. Under your eye, I suppressed my sensuality. Your nose, I suppressed my sensuality. Your chin, I suppressed my sensuality. Your collarbone, I suppressed my sensuality. Under your arm, I suppressed my sensuality. Top of your head, I suppressed my sensuality. Release your hand down. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And just let everything go. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Deep breath in and sigh it out. Again, just observing, just witnessing, just noticing where in your body this resonates with you. The last affirmation, the second affirmation that we'll be working with says, I am no longer allowing myself to be controlled by the ideas of religion or men who are unaware of who they were created to be. I am no longer allowing myself to be controlled by the ideas of religion or men who are unaware of who they were created to be. And then the shortened version of that says, I am free. I am free. So we'll do the same thing. We'll move through 2 rounds of that. We'll repeat the long affirmation 3 times while tapping the side of our hand, and then we'll move to the shortened version, okay? So go ahead and tap at the side of your hand. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And repeat. I am no longer allowing myself to be controlled by the ideas of religion or men who are unaware of who they were created to be. I am no longer allowing myself to be controlled by the ideas of religion or men who are unaware of who they were created to be. I am no longer allowing myself to be controlled by the ideas of religion or men who are unaware of who they were created to be. And then go to your eyebrow point and you'll repeat, I am free. Outside of your eye, I am free. Under your eye, I am free. Your nose, I am free. Your chin, I am free. Your collarbone, I am free. Under your arm, I am free. Top of your head, I am free. Release your hand down. Take some gentle deep breaths in and out through your nose. And just notice how you feel. Notice where in your body this energy may be speaking to you. Notice where in your body you can feel this energy beginning to break up. Can you feel it in your throat chakra space? Can you feel it in your sacral area? Do you feel it in your solar plexus? Just notice where in your body you can feel this energy moving around. We'll take a deep breath in together. And we'll sigh it out. And then we'll go back to the side of our hand. And we'll begin tapping. And we'll repeat 3 times. I am no longer allowing myself to be controlled by the ideas of religion or men who are unaware of who they were created to be. I am no longer allowing myself to be controlled by the ideas of religion or men who are unaware of who they were created to be. I am no longer allowing myself to be controlled by the ideas of religion or men who are unaware of who they were created to be. And then we'll go to our eyebrow point and you'll repeat, I am free. Outside of your eye, I am free. Under your eye, I am free. Your nose, I am free. Your chin, I am free. Your collarbone, I am free. Under your arm, I am free. Top of your head, I am free. And then release your hand down. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And blow the breath out. Deep breath in. And blow it out. Deep breath in. And blow the breath out. And just observe and notice. Observe and notice how you feel. Notice if there are any little thoughts trying to trickle into your mind. Just see them, observe them, and let them pass on by. Give yourself permission to rest. Give yourself permission to integrate this liberation. Give yourself to integrate this sense of freedom. Give yourself permission to connect with your sensuality, with your sensual self, so that you can begin creating the most authentic version of your life that you can, that you want, that you desire for yourself. Just notice as you're moving throughout the rest of your day, or whenever it is that you're watching this, notice what beliefs start to come to the surface that you may need to let go of. Just notice them. And then as you notice those beliefs, as they come up and you see them, you observe them, ask Spirit to show you what the contrast is so that you can ground into the truth. Forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is key. Compassion and grace. Forgiveness is key. Remembering that as you move on from this meditation, remembering that forgiveness and grace and compassion is key, because we're all unlearning and we're all relearning. and remembering to just be open, because partnerships and alliances, new partnerships, new alliances are coming in. And it's important that you stay open. It's important that you stay open to being vulnerable so that you can experience the most harmonious, the most healthy, the most aligned relationships possible. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for tuning in to this meditation. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, let me know. If you would like to schedule a one-on-one, then you can do that by clicking on the link in the description box. If you would like to join me for the next weekly group meditation, then that will be Thursday, June 22nd, or whichever week that it is that you're seeing this and it's not Thursday yet, then every week on Thursday we are together on Zoom, joining together for a weekly meditation called Heart Centered, where we are getting into this heart space and we are opening ourselves up so that we can release what we need to release, so that we can surrender to the most authentic version of ourselves and create a beautiful life for ourselves. So I want to invite you to join me for that, and you can sign up by clicking on the link in the description box. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being present. If you haven't subscribed yet, I want to invite you to do that, and I'll see you for the next one.